I'm bored, thought Alvin. Another boring Saturday. Nothing ever happens. Nothing exciting anyway. He'd already played his favourite games of Guess Who and Monopoly, and he'd helped his little sister arrange her school class. A class that included her hobby horse, his Spider-Man, her Buzz Lightyear, a unicorn with rainbow hair, and sometimes their next-door neighbour's cat, Mello, who always ended up being put out of the class for jumping on Buzz Lightyear and setting off the flashing light. As he lay on his bed, he could hear the sound of a steel pan. It was his neighbours practising. He listened for a while. Just then, his brother Stefan peeped around the door with a silly grin. "It's dinner time. It's Saturday soup," he said. "Of course it's Saturday soup," said Alvin. "It's Saturday." In his bored mood, not even his favourite Saturday soup sounded exciting to Alvin. Without looking, he reached down for his glass of blackcurrant juice at the side of the bed. "Oh no," he said. He'd knocked over his big glass of juice, all over the carpet. "No," he cried. Jumping off the bed, he grabbed the t-shirt that was on the floor and began pressing it into the big spilt mess, which was now growing and looking like a blackcurrant map. He lifted the t-shirt up and looked closely, hoping that the mess would magically disappear. As he looked closer, Alvin's face went through the carpet. Yes, through the carpet. He could smell it. He could taste it. He looked to the side with his eyes. His face was in a deep pool of juice. Alvin grinned as the blackcurrant went up his nose. "No way! I'm literally swimming in juice," he coughed. Alvin flipped up, all the way up, into a purple wave and crashed softly back down again. Alvin was smiling as he did a somersault and squealed out, "No way!" caught up in his own excitement. He imagined he was fast-flowing energy being injected into a juice atmosphere. Now floating on his back, Alvin thought he must have the best skills out of anyone at school. "Skills!" he shouted as his eyes brightened at hearing his own echo. "Skills! Skills! Skills!" Alvin's attention was now on a dark purple shape in front of him that was sailing in the juice. It looked like a round purple beach ball. The beach ball, with its bright eyes, looked straight at Alvin. Alvin gulped. Alvin saw that it was like a berry. It was. It was a giant blackcurrant. "Are you going to the juice party?" said the blackcurrant, smiling widely. Alvin stared. I don't think so. I don't think I've been invited." "Oh," said the berry, and smiled widely. "Only the best berries are allowed to the juice party." Alvin saw a huge sign in lights. "Classified berries," he said out loud. The huge blackcurrant smiled at Alvin and said, "Yes, only the best berries are chosen to make the juice." Just then, another giant purple berry appeared, with a name badge saying Amethyst, Chief Juice Maker. "Not you," she pointed at Alvin. "Only season's berries make the juice party." Then both Amethyst and the large blackcurrant disappeared. Apart from the odd wave, it had gone very quiet. Very quiet. Alvin was bored. Wish I could go to the juice party. Alvin began to dive on like a gigantic juice wave. "What happens at the party?" he shouted at Amethyst, who'd suddenly bobbed up beside Alvin. Halfway through a backflip, he said, "What happens at the juice party?" "The berries make juice bubbles. It's where they get chosen to make the best berries." Before he knew it, before it was too late, Alvin was swirling towards the classified sign, heading towards the queue of excited berries. Looking at the fruit and feeling very nervous, he mumbled, "I don't feel very much like a berry." "That's because changes are happening to you," said Amethyst. Instantly, Alvin felt his fingers and toes tingling like pins and needles. One by one, his toes, then his fingers vanished. Gone. He felt himself stretching like a balloon of water, but bigger and rounder. With a loud pop, looked down at what was now his massive dark violet belly. He burst out of his jeans like a purple incredible Hulk. "No way! I'm a blackcurrant!" "Ready to make bubbles and join the party?" Amethyst asked. "Yes," said Alvin. Then, without warning, Alvin shot up into the air into pure juice energy. With a triple somersault and moving at top speed, he said, Yes, I will. I'm not going to be here with any more boring Saturdays anymore." Without moving and hardly taking a breath and seeing nothing but a purple wave froth, his berry body was thrown forward out of the juice into a tumble back onto his bedroom blue carpet. Without moving, he looked around the room, half expecting to be covered in another wave of blackcurrant. He heard the faint but familiar sound of steel pans. He sat up. To his right was now a slightly faded patch of spilt mess. Through the wall, he could hear his little sister asking Spider-Man to cross his legs and pay attention. For a moment in the juice, he'd been happy not to go home, not to be bored ever again. But today had been different. It had been a different Saturday. It had taken him somewhere exciting. Alvin realised, as he looked at the empty glass, that he could be a blackcurrant berry bomb any time he wanted. "Alvin," said a voice from downstairs, "wash your hands, it's dinner time." "Of course," he whispered. "It's Saturday. It's Saturday soup day." He could smell the aroma of spice and mutton. He loved it.